Welcome everybody. My name is Dr. Andrew Ma. I'm here to bring you a whole new podcast series featuring different leaders going through successful transformation and in an Asia perspective. There are so many noises around the world now about AI, and leaders these days really need to focus on the real signal, successful stories. How are the best practice able to drive successful AI transformation with the ROI? And here we are bringing leaders around Asia to talk about their own personal stories, how they overcome resistance, culture, and things like that. We believe this series will add value to your day-to-day leadership. Come and join us. Welcome to this podcast series. Thank you, Timmy, for coming as a guest as our first episode of 5% podcast. So I want to introduce my long-term friend. We know each other more than 15 years when we were both working for a company called Juniper Networks. But since then, you and I moved on to do different stuff. You are in various CIO positions in companies like PVH and also Jabil, and also now in Taiwan company, but multinational in electronic manufacturing. So why I invited you actually as my first guest, because why this podcast is called 5% was inspired by our conversation. Totally. Remember about a month and a half ago, I was invited to help your team to build more leadership pipeline and things like that. So we were in a taxi going to the training, and you know that I was hyping up AI and things like that. You said, Andrew, have you read the report, the MIT report? You said 95% of companies that invest in AI didn't actually materialize their ROI. And we're just talking about that, and it inspired me to have this podcast to really have no bullshit, no noise, but really ask veteran like Timmy, really share the experience of driving successful digital transformation. And AI, is it something different, or we actually can use some of our learning and experience in previous digital transformation to apply it into this? So let's start with some quick question.
Okay.
Timmy, are we in AI bubble? Yes or no?
I think yes.
Yes.
Yes, we are in AI bubbles, but I think people are trying very, very hard to adopt the AI to catching the wave as much as we can.
Okay. So is it similar to the .com bubble or the 5G bubble that we live in? So much hype, and then at the one time it just burst and everybody's saying no more AI, no more AI. Do you think you will just went through similar experience, or it will be something different this time?
I think we are still not there yet.
Okay. So the bubble will still continue to grow for a little while?
I think I think, to be honest, I think the bubble, if we call it as a bubble, I think is the energy from the top of these AI technologies, like multiple leaders in the industry saying that, well, AI is the way to go, and AI is the technology, and AI this, AI that. I admire that. But on the other hand, when we land the technology in the company, we are all in kind of like a clueless situation. So we know that AI is something that we need to move on, right? So I think this AI wave is talking about the Gen AI, the generative AI.
Because AI has been around for many years. It's just particular this 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Everybody talking about Gen AI particularly.
Yeah. And I think that the traditional AI, I think in the manufacturing company, like for opticals, we have this AI. And then we have a lot of like precisions, machine learning, deep learning, all kinds of technologies being deployed, AI, in the sector.
Sure.
But on the other hand, when Gen AI comes in, well, there's a lot of hype talk about how cool is that?
Yes.
Yeah, and I believe that we need to really adopt and have an example. I always believe that if AI is that cool, I think it's a computing power.
Yes.
I think it's also the data, collective data of informations that can help us be better.
Yes.
Yeah, for me, transformation is something that we need to change to get better.
Yes.
And I think this transformation is we need to show how we get better. And I think that should be someone to tell us how to realize the transformations to make us better.
So it's just a means to an end. It's not really, the end is, we have AI business model is continuously getting better, and AI just one of the many means.
I use this analogy. So that technology upgrade or technology development is so fast in the compute power, in the GPU,
Yes.
like NVIDIA,
Yeah.
like in OpenAI.
Yes.
This individual technology, if I'm looking at this as an entity of single technology, it's going very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you go fast, you can go by yourself. The technology itself can go very, very fast.
Yes.
To something that we cannot imagine.
Yes.
But if we really want to go far to realize the technology together with all the community,
Yes.
with all the business in the world, we need to work together. So
see.
to go fast, the technology is very fast, but it's go along.
Yes.
But if we have to adopt, then we need to go far, and we have to work together to go far.
So the analogy is like right now everybody running so fast, like a 100-meter dash, but you see digital transformation is a marathon. It's like a long-term journey, and we can use different technology to fulfill that, but that is not going fast and going fast. You have to have a long-term strategy. Is that what you mean?
Yes, and the traditional IT, people would think that, I throw all the problem to you with a problem statement, and then you just do your black box operations and come back with the solutions.
Yes.
And then we go from a waterfall to agile to DevOps, and now AI. To be honest, I think most of the daily problems that people used to see can be solved by themselves.
Okay.
But the mindset of, everybody has to go through IT for the solutions, now using the technology of AI, IT will become bottleneck if people still think that way. So people have to adopt the technology together. So again, if you want to go far, we need to work together.
So instead of AI is an IT problem, the key is everybody needs to raise up the skill level and the mindset level to work together towards transformation.
Yes.
That's the key point that you want to raise
you
up.
remember years ago we have these terms called big data. And then we have data scientists and data analytic and stuff like that. We have then it's general analytic, predictive and preventive analytics.
Yes.
And this is something that we advance in technology, but leverage only a few individuals at that time so-called data scientists to help us to solve the world hunger problems. But then people comes in and start realize that, this is just a statistics.
Yes.
Yeah, you learn the data by using statistics to find anomalies, to find opportunities. This is a skill set that we need to pick up.
Sure.
Yeah, and then I think in this era, I was in a conference last week in Orlando, Florida.
Okay.
And one of the speakers said, you tell AI, let's go eat grandma. Without the comma, let's go eat grandma. This is how you fit the information and the perspective.
Yes.
So it's not necessary that AI is the key.
It's how people use the technology.
Exactly.
Yes.
How people use the technology. And something that triggers me to think about is prompt engineering. I think the AI tool is great, but the prompt engineering, well, people need to learn.
Yes.
Yeah. So you consider if an AI is a well-resourceful intern.
Yes. That's exactly the same analogy that in my training.
You tell the intern to go fetch the libraries of informations with a sentence.
Yes.
You need to give that engine a very, very specific questions.
And the context.
Yeah. Yeah. To write a 500-word story, you might need to give the prompt of 200 words.
Or prompt them a few times too before you get the right answer too, right?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I guess we are still in learning curve.
Yes.
About how to use the technology. The tool is there. Well, it's unstoppable. You can use your phone, you go talk to Gemini, you can download Copilot. But it's how you interact with the engine, and the engines learn from you. Yeah, it's the LM, right? So I guess it has the elements of knowledge, culture, mindset.
Yes.
I think it's a crowdsource of data and information and interactions.
Yeah.
So that can make you better and transform, but how you leverage those informations to help your daily work is no limit.
So let me ask you a deeper question. I agree with you that we need to learn prompt engineering. Because both of us are in previous transformation disruption before, right? The same can be applied. Okay, before we were both in ATM frame relay world.
Okay.
Those of you who doesn't know what it is, then you know we have a generation gap. But from ATM to frame relay, we moved to IP, TCP/IP. Okay. Of course, then we have from computer device, we need to move to mobile smart device and iPhone. So we need to learn different language or different techniques. Since AI, so it's prompt engineering. So is it just similar? Exactly what we need to learn and relearn in previous disruption? Is it exactly the same in AI, or AI is something different?
Well, a new technology come in, usually the innovations come in very big statements. Well,
that's the hype factor, right?
That's hype factors. And well, it's good because I think innovation and transformations need to think big.
Yes.
But you need to start very, very small. Yeah, because at the end of the day, is that you need to face the realities of P&L.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Short-term results, right?
And I think most companies these days have a pools of monies or the resources for you to do your use case, your pilot, your POC. I think that is the key factors because no matter what technology that you have, when you do the pilot POC, now you realize that how easy, how difficult for you because when you shoot one bullet, it's easy.
Yes.
But if you continue to want to use the bullet to shoot that target, how are you going to do that, right? And I think it's exactly the same on use case.
Yes.
Yeah. So I remember during .coms and the IoT era, people would say, well, let me find the killer use case.
Yes. Com.com, where's the use case? All those .com.
Yeah.
But Amazon found this use case, right, for buying books, and then it can continue to be successful. But 95% didn't find a use case and died, right?
Yeah, I bet that during those use cases, I think is people get very, very creative and not necessarily coming out from your traditional framework of thinking that, well, I will use this for this and that. Maybe it's coming out from nowhere with the solutions.
Yes.
Again, I think right now the hype is up there. talking about we have all these kinds of cool stuff, GPT-5, and then the DeepSeek, and then Doubao, all kinds of AIs is coming out.
AI agents and
the agentic AIs is coming in. But I would encourage everyone to think about, try the pilot, try the use case.
Prove the ROI first, right?
Not necessarily prove the ROI.
Yeah.
It's prove that it works. Okay. And then you have a self-encouragement cycle. I can do bigger, I can do bigger, and then scoop people, group together, and then have this build and start the real cycles of fast transformations. And again, as I said, if you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go far, go together. Yeah, but the go together one is you need to attract people.
Sure.
Right? When you have the spark of fire, then you start grouping here and there. And then when you're a big fire, people will just group together.
Yeah.
Right?
We were just, before we start the recording, we're talking about Amara law. Amara law states that in the short term, we overestimate the technology, but in the long term, we underestimate the impact. So from what we just discussed, because we overhype it right now, the key point is to find real use case to prove that it has sustainable value, so that you can adjust the expectation and the reality gap. But in long term, do you think one day we'll get, in our lifetime, we'll see AGI, and when AGI arrives, then it will be a totally different ball game? Or you're just saying it's one of the many technology that will, it's not like a singularity, it's just continuous improving? Or do you see one point, boom, AI will significantly change the whole job market and the whole IT dynamics? What do you think?
I have no crystal ball, so I cannot.
What's your best guess? What's your best guess?
I think.
Will you see that singularity before you retire?
I see AI will become part of our daily life.
Okay.
Right now, we all think that, oh, well, you have AI around you. I do expect that you have a Jarvis with you.
Yeah. Actually, I just bought the new road-kit glass. I can show it to you, that AI in the glass.
Yeah, I think you will have a Jarvis with you, and then your decisions will become more informed, and your decisions will become much faster.
Yes.
But then your interactions with people will become much more distant. I think, how are you going to balance that? People need to learn.
Yes.
So I don't think that we will have AI totally disrupt the civilizations, but I think AI can certainly be part of your life. Yeah, I think we are still, human being is like a sponge. You absorb information no matter it's real or fake. I think these days that, well, AI can help you do fact check, and AI can be also your biggest source of fake information, right?
Yes.
So I guess for us, it's inevitable.
That we need to co-live with AI.
We need to co-live with AI. And some of the saying that, oh, well, you are going to report into an AI managers, or you need to have an AI subordinate. I think that you will have a very good assistance going forward. And then you have to be consulted by a lot of information presented by AI that you can make things faster, better. Again, transformations.
Yes.
And this is still a very, very big space for us. But I think it will become, when we have the .com era, people will just pull up a computer under the desk and then saying that I have this www whatever.com.
We have the e-commerce that will change the world.
We have the e-commerce. People will talk about that at that time, and then realize in a period of time when the compute, storage, and the network become much better. I think AI right now is being empowered by all the infrastructures that we have.
Yes.
Right, and so again, is inevitable. It's
Yes.
coming.
Yeah.
Is how you learn to interact with it and use it to the best interest for your transformations.
So you are managing about 100 plus 200 so IT team in your organization, and you also interact with many of the business unit in your company. Do you see people slower to really adopt it, or faster than you see you adopt?
This is a very good question. Thank you. I think that our team members and all our BU leaders are very, very supportive for us to look into the usage of AI.
Yes.
And we are all looking into the automations of how we can make things faster, predict some of the forecast items to become much more accurate. And again, I think this is still a learning curve for us. But I think the entire company is super supportive.
That's good.
For us to move forward with this wave.
Do you see the bottleneck more in the hardware, more in the software, or more the peopleware?
I think it's the readiness. Yeah. When I said the LLM, LLM is a collective crowdsourced pool of informations.
Yes.
Is a condensed essence of your cultures, your mindset, your thought process.
Yes.
And then it will continue to evolve.
Yes.
This is a general public information, and to a company specific, that you need to fit a similar information and then crunch for the LLM. And of course, the LLM can go out and fetch those informations.
Yes.
But you need to drive the correct context for the LLM to understand.
Yes.
And then provide a correct, I will not say correct, but it's a proper syntax for you to do things or behave. This takes some time. Yeah, so I think many conversations that I have with all the leaders in the world, with some of the latest and greatest technology, that tells me that your data preparations need to be there.
Yeah.
And you have a set of ERP raw data. Well, again, using the AI as an intern, you just drop them into oceans of raw data. They can interpret things very differently.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go eat grandma. Let's go eat grandma.
Yes. And every time you ask using the same prompt, it actually may give you a different answer too, right? That's the nature of LLM as well.
Yeah. Exactly. So I think that's two things that we need to think about is your data readiness.
Yes.
And also how you ask questions. I think the prompt engineering is super important.
Yes.
Yeah. I guess the prompt engineering will lead you to how the current buzzword agentic AI to behave, right? So I guess this is something that we need to bear in mind.
So retrieving the right information is prompt engineering, of course, and getting it insightful, getting it useful. But you also mentioned about data readiness, right? Because, of course, you can use generic Copilot or generic GPT, but most of the companies like you leading is trying to rack or fine-tune a LLM using your own knowledge base, right? And then you will be according to your data with your SOPs and operating procedure. That is the most useful part. But having those data trained in the your own LLM, do you see any difficulties? Is it because the data is not clean, the data is scattered all around? What are the number one problem of getting the data, proprietary data, into the LLM so that people can use it?
I think in any company, you will not get a holistic data source coming on a digital term.
There's no one SQL database that have everything, right?
Yeah, and I think that information can come from a piece of paper.
Yes.
That is maybe comprised
That's the data
of,
already, right?
Yeah, a lot of maybe strategic decisions, I don't know, and then you can talk about a spreadsheet that is in your computer or a information on ERP.
Yes.
For us, when I look at these informations, I can really relate this very easily.
Yes.
And when you have a machines coming in interpret, I think it's iterations of trial and error.
Yes.
For the data to get better and be ready.
Yes.
I think this is the more thing.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is, do not come in with a preset process mindset.
Preset mind. Okay, tell me a bit more on that.
Yeah, so you can do RPA by your process and automate and make it faster.
Yes.
But if you want a leapfrogging on how things get done,
Yeah.
maybe when the data is being, when the LM is being trained so well in a certain way, let the engines tell you what to do.
Instead of just imitating your process,
Yeah.
let it to not, or let it to also suggest, is there a better way to make it more lean, more optimized?
I think
right?
it's the difference of RPA and AI.
Yeah, because RPA just duplicate what you train step by step, right? And LLM, once it learn, you can even ask, what are the steps that we can eliminate, streamline?
But on the other hand, there's a limit about you. Maybe in technology in the future can tell you how to manufacture, but if you want to do a chips or a phone, there will be a certain sequence of steps. And if AI is come in and say, oh well, let's build the stuff upside down. Maybe it's logical wise, yes, but I think in certain product perspective, it might not be the case.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, we can be open-minded to understand how to do things out of the box. The out of the box maybe is how you get your financial report differently, or how you get your material differently,
Yes.
or how you present your information differently.
Yes.
Yeah, different insight, different process, different way. So that's why I said you might want to use the engines to help you to think differently. Yeah, and then I think this is something that I always having a conversations with my team right now, is the Gen X, Gen Y, and Gen Z.
Different generations have different perspective for looking at
Yes, and I think you are not going to use your Gen X mindset to tell a Gen Z what to do. And if you are thinking about the collective, again, the LM is a collective of information, culture, insight, and mindset.
Yeah.
Who is using this the most?
Yes.
And so,
particularly on that point, just purely hypothetical, a Gen Z staff just knock on the door. Timmy, I have a wonderful idea. I want to use Gen AI for this and this and this. And so it will revolutionize the whole process. So just passionately talking about that. But deep down, your immediate reaction is, that's bullshit. So how do you respond to that enthusiastic Gen Z so that it won't quench the fire, but at the same time, you use your wisdom and experience to let that project to go on the right track?
I learned that not to put down that fire. I think is enabling the idea.
Yes.
That may not work day one, but it may be something coming out in a phenomenal way.
Yes.
A phenomenal idea.
Yeah.
It will be coming out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have these kind of conversations with my staff, and I would just tell them, can you do a proof of concept?
Do a pilot first, right?
Yeah, do a proof of concept.
Yeah.
And not necessary to be perfect. Just show us what's your idea really is.
Yeah.
And then we can talk from there.
Yeah.
Well, the worst things that you can do is to put off the passion.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you will start having this generation gap conversations and
Yeah.
yeah.
I guess both of us really admire our. In before the Juniper, there was a very good CIO called Kim, right? And I think she is a very good. That's what we learn from a good leaders. It's not to shut down a good idea. It's to coach and give opportunity to do a small experiment, show the ROI, and then we can work from there. Is that something that you learned from your previous generation?
Well, and again, yes, when the company is adopting the Gen AI, I told I told my senior management that we need to enable this based on use case.
Yes.
Yeah, when the use case come in and ideas come in, we should not stop it.
Yes.
But on the other hand, I need to be responsible for the company P&L.
Yes.
So 2 years ago, when Copilot and OpenAI are still very pricey, right? And nowadays, I think it's being more realistic in terms of the pricing.
A little bit more reasonable.
Yeah. So then we open up more, and then encourage people to use this, and hopefully these cycles of engagement and innovations will come in with some return. And I'm sure that all companies, most companies, I correct that, will be coming more or less in this fashion.
Sure.
Yeah.
You have a lot of experience driving digital transformation. What are some of the key success factors? You named one before, was like start small, have some pilot proof of concept. That's a very good one tips. Do you have other key success factor that you can share so that people who are going through the AI transformation can learn from your 20 plus years of experience?
As I mentioned earlier, IT is a single bottleneck.
Yes.
For a lot of technology adoptions. I think I will encourage this generations of the executive and staff to adopt the technology and DIY.
DIY.
Yeah, and that's one thing. I think during the big data era, that's called data scientists, right?
Yes.
And I think a lot of companies nowadays doing the citizens data scientists. I think this citizen program is good, but also is extremely difficult. Yeah, because people will say, my job description do not include that I need to work for...
That's IT job. Why do I need to do IT job, right?
Yeah, I think the lines between IT and the business become very, very vague right now.
And we should make this line become more and more vague.
Yeah,
yes.
I think IT is an enabler. Not necessarily is the deliverable entity. So this is one thing.
Yeah.
Well,
so IT people need to learn more business, and business people need to learn more IT so that they can work together.
Yeah,
that's how you see things as well.
That's
right?
one thing, but the journey, again, if you want to go far, work together.
Yes.
I think you need to work closely with business and also operations.
Yeah.
When you do the transformations, when you start that very, very small things, include the business, include the operations. No matter how unwilling they are, just tell them that trust us for once.
Yeah.
Take the leap of faith together and let them to drive the agile journey with us.
Like a squad team that co-work together for a sprint a few things together first, right?
Yeah. And I think this is required some mindset change. When you adopt the technology,
yes,
even as I have seen some of the organizations, company organizations, they change the organizational structures just to adopt the technology. The business is the process owners, the operations is who is using the actual process, and IT is the enablers. These three triangles need to work together. Internally, I call this a BOS model, but I think in reality is you just need to have the process hit the road with the technology. So these three need to work together. You build this small and successful, and then you start to realize that how easy, how difficult it is to get all the preparations like your data, your infrastructures, your ecosystems, your vendors, your providers, everything that you can see how easy, how difficult. Then when you start your next plan, you go better. You go better, you go better, you go better. And then you go bigger and bigger, bigger, bigger.
You kind of hinted a little bit of the obstacle. You use the word, no matter how reluctant they want to collaborate. Would you like to share some tips? Maybe initially the business people are showing some reluctance to co-work together for some transformation project. How do you convince them to collaborate? How do you make them more trust to go together? Any stories, examples that you need to overcome certain obstacles and get it at the end?
I think it's all about value. Your how you deliver the value, and then your opportunity.
So you have to articulate the value upfront and tell them, hey, this is not to my IT benefit, it's to your benefit too as well. Right?
I think these days that we talk about KPI, and then everyone has a piece of KPI, right? So you need to articulate clearly on your KPI.
Yes.
Yeah, I have my KPI is to make sure that I have an SLA of what, and then make sure that I'm secured in a certain aspect. And I think most functions will have their own KPI. And have a clear understanding on the KPI, and then show them the value of how this exercise can
help
provide.
You to fulfill your KPI.
Yes,
right?
exactly. And I think this is one thing. People will have a taste for success. Or maybe even if it failed, at least that we would fail together. And then we would do better next time.
So share the upside and share the risk together, and upfront tell them this is a potential value, this is a potential risk. Let's form the partnership to drive that together. Instead of treating IT as a vendor, treating it as a partner to go together. That's how you want most of the successful project to see, right?
Yeah, I bet that the most successful AI use case right now is a collaborations. And again is you can only go so far by yourself.
Do you see particular challenge of IT people and non-IT people when they need to really collaborate together? They don't speak the same language, they have different agenda, they have different KPI. So what are some of your tricks to overcome those? Okay, you mentioned about value alignment, KPI, any other factors that you want to share, your secret sauce?
I think that's the thing. It's a very, very big exercise for you to have these value KPI conversations, because I think, well, you stand aside and look at the problem, or being inside the problem is different. And I think the ownership is also very important. It's not someone tell me what to do. If you are inside the problem, you know what to do to solve the problems, right? So even if you see the problem, you might need some help to help you see the problems. And that's all Chinese way. Solution is way more than a problem, right? And if you can see that perspective and be open in your mind to look at the problems and ask for perspective. So, sometimes people will criticize that, well, you spend too much money on certain things, but on the other hand, you know that you hold the line of why you need to do certain things.
Sure.
You need people to go across your side to look at the problem, so that we have a consensus that you can move forward.
Common ground. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We reach a stage of our career that we want to see more young people to rise up and things like that. So for aspire to be CIO, or now we have titles called CAO, Chief AI Officer, and all this, who want to become as effective or successful like you. What are some tips? What are some advice? What are some mentorship, coaching things that you would say, okay, you need to pay attention to this, you need to avoid that? Any advice for aspire to be CIO or CAIO? Yeah.
One thing that I always remember when my first CIO came, she told me, practice active listening.
Active listening.
Yes. Listen to the so-called noise. Listen carefully. Listen to the motive. And try to understand on how you can help.
So you're saying that when you need to talk with a senior person, they will talk. They may say most of it is bullshit, but you need to pay attention. Maybe that sentence is the key motive, and then use this to really try to align the value.
Well, try to remember on the conversations and then really take actions.
Take action.
Yeah, and people have times. Everyone's time is valuable.
Yes.
If someone spent an hour talking to you, that must be a reason, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you understand the motive, and be supportive, right? So I don't think it's necessarily related to anything AI, but I think these days is people want to do their job through the technology because of it's cost saving, it's efficiency, time to market. There's a lot of reasons why we look at a certain technology. Or maybe it's fun, right? So you need to understand the motive, and then on the other hand, you need to let people to practice active listening on yourself, right? So when I said certain things, that must be a reason, or maybe I would just do a chit chat with you, and understand the motive.
Yes.
Yeah, and also try to understand what's going on in the industry or the market, or go talk to your colleagues and in the market, in the industry, and I think that will help. Right.
Last few questions. You mentioned at the end you need to know what's going on in the industry and things like that. Is the whole AI industry going the right way, or do you think there is just totally repeating the .com mistake and repeating all the IoT mistake, or do you think in general is heading to the right direction? If it's not, what are the key areas that you think we have to be cautious?
No matter this is a big buzzword of the technology right now, but this era is a multi-dimensional. .com is one way, right? Yeah, you can go offline and not to worry about that at that time. And then the IoT, you do not need to worry about that in your daily life at that time, right? But now AI is...
You cannot ignore?
You cannot ignore. It's 360 right now. Yeah.
Like glasses like that, you like it or not, maybe many people, or most of the people will wear this a few years down the road and have 24/7 access to AI now, right?
Yeah. But just think about AI is for the humanity transformations, and my belief on the transformation is you'll get things better with a coordinated, intentional change. Intentional coordinated change. Okay. The technology is changing in a way that you need to change, but how to change is up to you. So you think about is you sit still, do nothing, you get disrupted. It's nothing saying that you will be not disrupted by making something change, but at least that you need to coordinate your thought process about change. Otherwise, there's no transformations. No matter the technology is up there, right?
So, of course, in your company, you're trying to coordinate that intentional coordinate change. But there are players like Microsoft, OpenAI, NVIDIA, and those big guys. They every day making different alliance, different new things going on. In general, do you feel the whole AI industry is heading to the right direction? Oh, let me frame it that way. Are you worried about the speed and the direction of AI? Are we destroying ourselves, or are we really heading to the direction that AI is making us better?
Yeah, so I will to several things, right? So we are going very fast by the individual player.
I don't think at least for me, I've been in this industry for 30 years. I haven't seen one technology that's so quick, that it rapidly improving so quickly. Do you see AI?
I see that. As I mentioned in our earlier conversations, the individual players are going very, very fast.
Dangerously fast?
Not necessarily dangerously fast. But if I were in their positions of innovations, I will be like that. I'm sure I will be like that.
You were on the vendor side, now you are on the other side, right?
Yes. So, but if you collectively users, we want to bring the tools to very far, right? So, and I believe that again, yes, they are going very fast. We need to work together to go very far, but there's a gap in between the technology itself, how to go it to the ground and help us. I think this is something that maybe the technology leaders need to think about this, and our individual users or company need to accept the technology and not just say blindly accept the technology, but you need to how to adopt it, because every company is different. The company has its own cultures, has its own mindset, and how you realize the technology is different pace. But you need to build that based on your use case.
So you said that you saying it's a bit too fast, meaning that not enough testing before rollout to you guys, not enough guardrails, not enough.
Not necessary guardrail, but I think if the world leaders of those technologies can help, just lead by example. Work with certain company, maybe not as big as Amazon, not go to the Fortune 500, 1,000, to just work with some of the, I would say, traditional companies, startup, and prove that how to use those technologies to make it work. People will be inspired, people will observe, people will understand, and then they will follow. Not necessarily copycat, but then they will say, oh, I didn't know that. Let me try that. Right? But right now, I think things is going so fast, and people will start realizing, well, how? Because there's a lot of value in the company, right? How are we going to empower the value? Right.
Fast a lot of times is about fear, right? FOMO, or fear of competition will use the AI technology faster than I do, so we all just need to rush in. I guess why I wrote my second book called Wisdom at Work is we need to kind of, yes, all this are going fast, but as you said, going far, needs wisdom to reflect, sink in, and choose the right application and use case to prove that you have short-term value, but also have a long-term going far and have a long-term sustainable strategy. So as a token of appreciation, I'd like to give my book to you. And so we will have dinner time later on. Thanks again to be our first guest
in the
5% podcast. Thanks a lot, Timmy.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching and listening to this podcast. If you want to learn from more leaders like what we just interviewed, please stay in touch, contact us, and subscribe to our podcast. See you next time.